Hello and welcome to Chargers Talk 4630. I'm your host, Stacy, and I thank you for joining me today. Subscribers, thank you so much for being a part of this community and your continued support. And we ask all of you to make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I'm not going to take up too much of your time. Just want to go over some of the new developments and what's going on with the state of the Chargers right now. I will say the Chargers are starting to feel a little bit of pressure because Mario Hampton has been placed on injury reserve with an ankle injury, and he's joined the backfield already without Najee Harris, who's out for the season with a torn Achilles. This puts even more strain on an offense that's already hurting, right? The offensive line has a ton of injuries. Rashawn Slater is done for the year, and Joe Alt is battling an ankle issue. And although he wasn't placed on IR, you don't know when he's returning. That's made it tough to get anything going in the run game and even tougher to protect Justin Herbert, right? Now, Hampton's injury may only sideline him for 4 games, but combined with Harris already being out, the Chargers' running back room has been decimated. The result? A one-dimensional offense that's struggling to move the ball on the ground. And after starting strong, the Chargers have stumbled, losing back-to-back games to the Giants and the Commanders. One bright spot is Keenan Allen has made history with his 1,000th career reception, and Justin Herbert had that explosive 41-yard run in that game Sunday. But key turnovers and injuries along the offensive line continue to cost this team. But here's the good news. Despite of all that, the Chargers are still in decent shape because of their 3-0 start with all the wins coming within the division. And that gives them some breathing room, right? But it's not just that they lost the last 2 games, it's how they lost. Even with all the injuries, it shouldn't look this bad. Now some of the national media are starting to question the coaching staff and how they can weather this storm, right? The big question is, can Jim Harbaugh and this team turn it around, or are we watching the start of a downward spiral? I hope not. Many believe Harbaugh and his staff can get this right. He's proven he can rebuild teams quickly, but it's going to depend on improving the offensive line and executing better all around. But there's still hope. Jim Harbaugh and general manager Joe Ortiz have built a strong foundation here. Defensively, I'm going to say Jesse Minter needs to get back to the basics, like teaching the tackling fundamentals, creating turnovers, and bringing that speed and physicality back to this defense, right? Over the last couple of games, this defense has looked soft. There's been too many open receivers and too many blown assignments, and that has to change. And remember, people always say the NFL is a long season, but it's really not. The NBA plays 82 games. Baseball has 162 games. Football, just 17. There's barely more than 2 weeks worth, but we only get 1 game a week. And before you know it, the season's gone. The Chargers need to fix things now before this season slips away. And they've gotten some luck last night as we saw the Jacksonville Jaguars knock off the Kansas City Chiefs, giving the Chargers a little wiggle room. The Charger fans now have a little something to feel good about after that Chiefs loss last night. It almost feels like a win for the Chargers without even playing. And we thank you for that, Jacksonville. But the Broncos is close behind in pursuit too. So that makes getting a win in Miami that much more important to maintain their lead. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than to be good, but luck won't last forever. The Chargers have to capitalize on this and get healthy and find a way to get back on track now before that window closes. And that's all I got for you today. Remember, like, share, and subscribe, and tell someone else about the great Chargers content that can be found right here on Chargers Talk 4630. And I'll talk to you guys soon.